Cambodia jails Taiwanese YouTuber for faking a kidnap in a video.
Today we are going to talk about these two boys, who are kind of similar to Johnny Somali, two Taiwanese YouTubers, Chen Neng Chuan, known as GoodNightChicken, and Lu Tzu Shen, were sentenced to 2 years in prison in Cambodia for staging a fake kidnapping to create viral content.
A Taiwanese internet personality has been arrested in Cambodia for allegedly faking an assault during a live stream.
Selebritas internet Taiwan GoodNightChicken baru-baru ini memulai siaran langsung di Kamboja.
What does this say about Taiwan's internet culture? These particular live streamers aren't the only ones who've been, doing more and more extreme things to get more views.
The duo faked being abducted and live-streamed the events on social media, claiming to explore dangerous areas notorious for human trafficking and crime. Their videos included staged assaults and escape scenes, which caused public alarm and media attention. The Cambodian court found them guilty of incitement and causing social disorder, citing the negative impact of their actions on the country's reputation. In addition to their prison sentences, they were fined $2,000 each.
They were both handed 2-year sentences in order to pay a combined fine of around $2,000. I mean, a $2,000 fine is nothing, but serving 2 years in prison, now that's crazy.
His content mostly revolves around him live streaming himself in abandoned or haunted buildings. This is obviously nothing special. Many people do the same type of content, and it's very hard to stand out. But in 2020, he had done exactly that, even though he wasn't really planning on it. While live streaming himself in an abandoned hospital, he came across a corpse half hanging on the ceiling and ran away in fear. This actually ended up solving a missing persons case.
In a live stream, Chen appeared in a disheveled state, claiming to be fleeing security. He then went offline, sparking claims he went missing. Cambodian authorities have denied the incident happened and are expected to release more information.
The police got involved, the government got involved. It turned out that this person had been missing for a long time, and he had helped solve this case. This was on national Taiwanese news. He was praised for it, and was able to build a following from it. This in turn allowed him to start earning more money and travel outside of Taiwan for content. Like for example here, he's going to Malaysia, and he also went to Japan. For 2024 though, he had his sights on Cambodia. Chen Neng Chuan and Lu Tzu Shen, two Taiwanese YouTubers, orchestrated a fake kidnapping scenario in Cambodia as part of a video intended to boost their channel's popularity. They pretended to be kidnapped by criminals, broadcasting their ordeal live. So obviously you watch something like this, and you'll worry, you're thinking, oh wait a second, was he caught like all these other Taiwanese men that were brought into Cambodia? Are they going to torture him? Are we ever going to hear from him again? Well, they didn't, at least not for the entire evening after this live stream, not until the next day. The video was designed to mimic the harsh realities of human trafficking and criminal activity, which are sensitive topics in Cambodia and the region. Their performance included staged acts of violence, such as physical assaults, and a choreographed escape scene, making it appear as though they were genuinely in danger. The content initially drew widespread attention, with some viewers believing it was real. However, their actions quickly came under scrutiny as it became evident the events were entirely fabricated. The fake kidnapping alarmed viewers and even local authorities, as the portrayal of crime in Cambodia added to fears about safety in the country. Cambodian authorities arrested the duo, charging them with incitement and causing social disorder under Cambodian law.
As GoodNightChickens claim he'd broken into the headquarters of a scamming ring only to be caught and tortured, but it all turned out to be fake. Police say they found Chen and his cameraman staying at a hotel with a room full of props. The pair were arrested. Criminal rings have abducted hundreds of Taiwanese citizens in recent years in Cambodia, using fake job offers to lure their victims to the country.
This law penalizes activities that disrupt public peace or harm the country's image. Ground news. Both were sentenced to 2 years in prison and fined $2,000 each. Cambodian officials emphasized the impact their actions had on the country's reputation, particularly as Cambodia works to recover its tourism industry following disruptions caused by the pandemic. Broader implications. The case highlighted the dangers of creating sensationalist or misleading content for social media. It also drew attention to the ethical responsibilities of content creators, especially when operating in foreign countries, and the consequences of exploiting sensitive issues for personal gain. This time, though, it wasn't from him, it was from his friends and his wife sitting in the middle right here, saying that they were very concerned, saying that this has to be solved as soon as possible, that they were very worried. And this, of course, added more fuel to the fire. The viewers were also just as worried. Now, of course, there were some skeptics asking, why are you out here live streaming? Why aren't you contacting the consular services, the police, etc.? These skeptics were calmed down when another influencer friend of GoodNightChicken from Taiwan live streamed himself saying that he would never joke with his own life, doubling down on the idea that this is very serious, that everyone should be worried, that there was no room for being skeptical. Things intensified even more when the governor of the province that GoodNightChicken was in posted 4 images of him on Facebook saying, if you guys see a person that looks like this, please contact me immediately. Even the police and the government was now on this. I mean, they're already struggling with tourism, they have a high-profile Taiwanese influencer, show up to their country, claim they're being kidnapped. Holy shit, man, get everyone on this. This was a matter of national reputation now. But as you might have guessed, things got even more intense. The next day, a live stream just starts all of a sudden on GoodNightChicken's channel, and it's him running. Watch.
拔腿狂奔，还不时回头看，他是直播主晚安小鸡，到柬埔寨凯博园区直播，自称遭人袭击后被控制行动。
他们拿电击棒，我身上所有钱都被他们拿走了。
As you can see, his clothes are ripped, he showed bruises, his head is half shaven, and the things he claimed are so insane that we can't just skip over them. Here's what he said translated. He claimed that he was controlled by multiple gunmen throughout the night, was tortured with electric shock batons, and was robbed of $3,000 to $4,000 US. This was all while he had a record number of viewers. This all started out with some dude sneaking through a building that he shouldn't have been in, to now a national, governmental, and political issue on a global scale. This wasn't just about some country's issue. Taiwan was indirectly involved in this because, I mean, this is one of its high-profile citizens. Cambodia took this very, very seriously. But some of GoodNightChicken's viewers weren't taking it as seriously anymore. The skeptics resurfaced, and this time they had proof.
说真的，抱歉。
希望柬埔寨政府可以给我们这一次机会。
所有的视频都是全部我编造的。那我对于这件事情非常的后悔，希望柬埔寨政府再给我一次机会。
The behavior exhibited by Chen Ningchuan and Liu Sushen in staging a fake kidnapping in Cambodia poses multiple problems, both ethically and socially. Cambodia, like many countries, is sensitive to its international image, particularly in tourism and investment. This prank exacerbated negative stereotypes about safety and crime, potentially deterring tourists and harming the economy. And there are more problems in this kind of behavior here.
A lot of the anger from the Cambodian side has been about, not things like wasting police resources, but actually damaging the country's image in the international sphere. Now, it's true that Cambodia is a place where Taiwanese people have been abducted or lured into sort of kidnapping schemes. But do you see this as an attempt to sort of capitalize on a stereotype?
So it is the case that there have been kidnappings in Cambodia by the thousands. And so there's a lot of views of Cambodia and Taiwan. But I think particularly Cambodia has a priority on maintaining its reputation for tourism and avoiding this perception of the country as scam-ridden or just allowing for scams and kidnappings. And that's why there is such a strong response. But I think it does point to, for example, Southeast Asia in terms of Southeast Asian countries and how Taiwan is a safe country that may provide tourism, for example.
In summary, the actions of Chen Ningchuan and Liu Sushen in staging a fake kidnapping in Cambodia highlight the dangers of prioritizing viral fame over ethical responsibility. Their behavior not only spread panic and misinformation, but also exploited serious social issues, causing harm to Cambodia's reputation and setting a poor precedent for other content creators. Their conviction serves as a reminder of the importance of accountability and the far-reaching consequences of irresponsible social media content.